Oh, hi.
Hi and good evening.
Hi. I don't. Good evening. There was some connection problem. Uh,
Yeah, finally we connected.
yes. I'm glad that we managed to eventually connect. But how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Just a little bit cold in my city. Right now, it is 10 degrees Celsius.
Oh, 10 degrees Celsius. I can remember these days. We also face sometimes in winter 10
Yeah.
degrees. So okay. Anyway, like how long this winter is going to end?
It will end on the 1st of September. We will be celebrating spring.
Okay, so
Mm,
spring is around the corner.
absolutely. Uh, but having said that, we have something strange going on right now. I'm going to show you a little video. I think I may have told you that I have never experienced snow because in my country, really, it does not snow. And if it does, it happens very far away from even my hometown or even the city that I live in currently. However, earlier today, I received this little video, which will show you an hour away from my hometown. This is what's currently happening. That is snow.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
snow. What's going on?
what is happening then?
I don't know. There is so much of snow, Anand. There's even a photo. I know this place. It is covered in snow.
Yeah, it is covered.
First, first time ever. First time ever.
So what is causing it?
It has to be global warming.
Okay.
Mm,
So
mm,
like impact of global warming is, getting a stronger day by day,
mm.
right?
Absolutely. And since I have been on Cambly and since I meet people from various different parts of the world,
Mm-hmm.
I understand more and more the effects of global warming because, for example, in Turkey right now, it is summer and it is extremely hot, more than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
The same goes for places like Japan and South Korea. Saudi Arabia is always hot. So
Yeah,
I
it is
don't
all
know.
about.
Yeah. But what about where you are? Would you say that the weather is some days very questionable because, it's kind of different from the years before?
Yeah, this impact of global warming is everywhere. So we have seen one thing happening nowadays, like if it rains very heavily, and it will sink all the crops of paddy,
Whoa.
Uh,
Mm.
but if it if it if rain doesn't happen, then it would not happen, and
Ah,
there would be what we say famine. There would be
a
famine
drought
everywhere,
and a
drought,
famine. Yeah.
famine. Yeah, there would be famine. There would be drought.
Wow. So you're saying that you could either have one extreme, which is heavy rains,
Yes,
or the
other
other
extreme
extreme, which is no
drought.
rain at all.
Yes,
What? So you cannot win. Either way, there is no win situation.
yes, no win situations. Yeah, like some years it is good, but from last 10 years we can witness it uh, this situation. Either it will be heavy rain, extreme rain, and either there will be drought. So
Mm.
yes, we are facing this problem. So it is also a part of global warming. So everywhere now one can clearly see the effect of global warming. And I think
I
it is going to be more stronger in upcoming 10 years.
I totally agree with you because unless the whole world takes does something about it, it's not going to change. You know, we can't just have one part of the world focusing on global warming. For example, the way Denmark and Switzerland and, that part of Europe, they are very, very conscious of the environment and they live their daily lives in a way to sustain the environment. But then you look at my country, honestly, we don't do anything to improve or take action against global warming. So, for example, like if I could perhaps use the pandemic as a metaphor, the coronavirus has attacked the whole world,
Yeah,
and the whole world needed to take action to overcome this pandemic, right?
right.
And
Yeah,
slowly now, like 2 years later, we kind of getting somewhere with it
yeah,
because everybody took action. Now, the
yeah,
same applies with global warming because global warming is affecting the whole world.
yes,
So the whole world needs to do something. All countries need to do something. We can't just have one part of Europe and one part of maybe Asia or America, like trying so hard, and the rest of us do nothing. Then it's
nothing.
futile. It really doesn't help. Um, but
Yeah.
having said, Mhm.
Mm. I really loved your idea. Just we have seen just few years, not few years, just sometimes back that we had a challenge of coronavirus in front of us, and we tackled so well that right now we are overcoming it, right? So if we tackle this crisis, environmental crisis, like the crisis we are facing, like global warming, then definitely we can overcome it. But I think, if we are not going to take any step for next 10 years, then definitely it would be too late. And we cannot, even if you will try after 10 years, it will be very difficult to manage things or get the things back on track.
Mm. I absolutely agree with you. And in theory, that sounds good. That sounds good in theory that the whole world needs to take action. However, if we look at the practicalities of it, um, we have first world countries like America, Europe, the UK, and then we have third world countries like my country and your country. Now, our countries, we cannot afford to spend money to fix global warming because we have other issues in our
Yes,
country
so
like education, poverty, bad economic crises. You know, so in as much as it sounds great in theory, we need to do it. I know for a fact that my government cannot afford it uh, because the government needs to take action and
yeah,
the government needs to put in new rules and regulations for us to follow. And for example, if you look at the UK, I'm sure you perhaps have seen that in the UK, people have about four different bins in the backyard
yeah,
and they are different colors, right? So you put all your glass, all your plastic, all your cardboard, and you know. Now, these bins were provided to the people by the government.
government.
Okay, the people are paying for it, every month, whatever, whatever. But the government invested and produced all of these millions bins and gave it to the people. My country, we don't have the money to invest in a bin,
Win.
right? So
Yeah, we have
that is
lots of
the
other
reality.
issues like poverty, so we don't have that much money.
Exactly my point. So it's kind of a catch 22 situation because yes, we need to sort out global warming or be so aware of it, um, but we don't have finances for it. But at the same time, when coronavirus pandemic started going around, everybody in the world, the WHO and you know all the first world countries were helping the third world countries. So hypothetically, I would like to think that the same approach could be used for global warming, where the first world countries can fund us, the third world countries, uh, to take some action, to take more action than we are right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think, people in America and Europe are thinking about it. Right now, I don't know, but I think world is becoming like similar in this sense. But I think still Europe is sleeping. Like they are in deep sleep. They have money. They have lots of luxurious things. They are enjoying the life uh, that still Indian or other part of the world cannot afford, right? After all, I think they are not thinking about environment. Yes, even all these countries can think about atom bombs. They are busy in making atom bombs, which would be used to just kill human beings.
Mm,
But nobody is thinking about environment, which is very crucial right now. It, it, it is basic thing that we human being needs, but
absolutely.
we are not doing it.
Mm. And I have one I have a strange question to ask you about this topic. So here's my point that I'm trying to make, right? You know that America and the first world countries, they are trying to see if there's life on Mars, or they trying to create space in Mars so that humans can go and live in
Mm.
Mars.
Yes.
My question to you is, do you think that us human beings deserve a second chance? That is to say, that if the planet Earth is ruined because of our behavior, do we deserve a second chance on another planet in the world?
Um, No, I don't think so because
Mm.
we are also going to ruin the another planet.
That's what
Yeah.
I say too. Yeah.
Yeah. So even if we survive and we go to the Mars, once again we will ruin the Mars and we will
Exactly.
look for other planet, and which is not possible practically. How long you will be just ruining or destroying one planet and you are running from one planet to another planet. It is not possible. So
Yeah.
I think it is not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We must try to create this earth. We must try to manage everything in beautiful way. Right now we have lots of time. We have still things in our hands, so we should care for this planet earth first. Then we will think about Mars in later. Yeah, we can keep Mars as a luxury, as a more advantage, which is just bonus for us. But we should not destroy Earth and we should run away to Mars.
Exactly. I totally agree with you, myself included. You know, I'm sure I have played my part in global warming as well, maybe a small part in it, but I'm also guilty. And I don't believe that we need to find somewhere else. I mean, let's focus on what we have. You know, here we have everything. If you want to go to another planet, we have to find oxygen and soil to grow things. I mean, why not focus here now? But we're
Yes,
running out of time.
yeah,
So, yeah, it was great chatting to you. Thank you so
same,
much for.
same, same, yes, same. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, have a
Yeah,
great weekend. Bye bye.
yes, same. Bye.